Step aboard the wings of history as we delve into the high-flying world of US presidential air transportation. From the iconic Air Force One to the enigmatic Marine One helicopters, this video unveils the captivating tapestry of the Commander-in-Chief's aerial realm. Explore the ingenious fusion of cutting-edge technology and unrivaled security features that safeguard our leaders while they traverse the skies. Join us on this exhilarating journey to uncover the pivotal role these airborne fortresses play in ensuring the safety, efficiency, and unmistakable charisma of the US presidential travel experience. Marine One refers to any helicopter within the United States Marine Corps that is tasked with transporting the President of the United States. This nomenclature parallels the identifier employed for the President's private jet, known as Air Force One. In everyday language, it designates the cutting-edge helicopter fleet designated for the exclusive use of the Commander-in-Chief. Helicopter integration into the US military commenced in the 1940s. However, the Secret Service initially harbored reservation about its suitability for presidential transportation. This stance shifted during the Cold War, when the urgency of swift evacuation in the event of a nuclear threat escalated. The very first president to engage in air travel via a helicopter was Dwight D. Eisenhower. His aircraft of choice was the Bell AH-13J, a compact, leisurely helicopter designed for 2 passengers and a pilot. Noted for its safety attributes, this model played an instrumental role in instilling confidence. With time, these helicopters grew indispensable, leading to the succession of the original Bell AH-13J, with an incrementally more spacious successor. Over the years, subsequent iterations increased in size and comfort. The era of the Kennedy administration introduced the Sikorsky VH-3A into the Marine One fleet, followed by the inclusion of the VA-3D during the Carter presidency. Carter later transitioned to the VH-60N during his tenure, accompanied by enhancements that prioritize both comfort and convenience. Throughout their evolution, the flight endurance and security of these helicopters underwent enhancements. The current operational fleet encompasses 11 Sikorsky VH-3D Sea Kings, supplemented by 8 VH-60N helicopters, and an additional 4 helicopters for testing and training. The Sea King variant attains speed of up to 161 miles per hour, with its range contingent on the onboard amenities, given that Marine One helicopters are outfitted with an array of equipment. The VH-60N boasts an impressive range of 1,200 nautical miles, a substantial contrast to the Black Hawks, limited to 362 miles. This variant achieves a notable top speed of 183 miles per hour, earning it the moniker White Hawk. When the president requires the deployment of the overseas fleet, several avenues for transportation come into play. While not quite akin to the helicarrier showcased in the Avengers, the arrangement remains undeniably awe-inspiring. The logistics involve the utilization of either the C-17 Globemaster or the C-5 Galaxy for fleet convenience. The Boeing Globemaster, a remarkable military aircraft with a price tag of $366.2 million, offers accommodation for 2 helicopters, engineered for operations from short runways and rugged, unpaved terrains, although such conditions might entail some wear and tear. In contrast, the Lockheed Galaxy, priced at $224.29 million, possesses the capacity to transport 6 helicopters, in addition to the president's limousine. On board the helicopter itself, state-of-the-art encrypted mission communication technology takes the lead, complemented by the Collins Aerospace ProLine communication and navigation radios, thereby conferring comprehensive satellite communication capabilities upon Marine One. Enhancing the cockpit are 2 sophisticated display control panels and a quartet of multifunctional display units. Furthermore, one mustn't overlook the inclusion of a traffic collision avoidance system, a health and usage monitoring system, an enhanced ground proximity warning system, and a state-of-the-art weather radar. These impressive functionalities, among others, firmly substantiate the substantial costs. While one might assume that the integration of comprehensive security and communication features could leave little room for aesthetic considerations, the reality is quite the opposite. These cabins often boast a generous expanse, exuding luxury. Intriguingly, the design ethos evolves with each new administration's tenure. For instance, during the Obama administration, the cabin predominantly showcased gray upholstery, accompanied by opulent blue drapery and tasteful wood accents. A notable departure occurred with the advent of the Trump administration, marked by light cream seating, meticulously polished wood textures, and chrome-plated embellishments, curiously reminiscent of his private Boeing 757 jet style. This alteration signaled a distinctive shift in design sensibilities. Notably, these helicopters are equipped with lavatories to ensure comprehensive functionality. The frequent updates and alterations introduced to the helicopters inevitably led to a gradual reduction in operational efficacy over time. The pivotal September 11 attacks on the Twin Towers precipitated a unanimous consensus that the Marine One helicopter's communication, transportation, and security systems required modernization. Consequently, the year 2002 witnessed the initiation of the VXX program by the Department of Defense. This visionary endeavor entrusted the Navy with the task of conceiving novel presidential helicopters, thereby ushering in a new era of capabilities. Curious about the technological marvels that keep the US President's air travel secure and efficient? Share your thoughts in the comments below and stay tuned to unveil the secrets behind their high-flying fortress. And without further ado, let's continue. Two prominent contenders, Lockheed Martin and Sikorsky Aircraft, vied for the coveted contract, initiating a competitive dynamic. Eventually, the laurels were conferred upon the former in 2005, with a contract sum of $6.1 billion. The primary mandate encompassed the development and assembly of 28 helicopters. However, as the years progressed, the initially budgeted $6.1 billion started to experience gradual inflation, soaring to a staggering $11.2 billion by 2008. A pivotal turning point arrived in 2009 when the entire endeavor was abruptly terminated due to surging cost overruns. Yet, destiny took a different course in 2014, as the Navy rekindled the initiative, awarding Sikorsky Aircraft a contract valued at $1.24 billion. This project was centered around the construction of 6 presidential helicopters, which came to be the Sikorsky VH-92. Enveloped in a cocoon of protective measures, Marine One helicopters are fortified with infrared countermeasure devices that function as a defensive shield against potential missile threats. The array extends to the inclusion of flares, strategically employed to divert heat-seeking missiles and thwart their intended trajectory, alongside shafts designed to counter radar-guided missiles. In particular, the VH-60N model is equipped with a pair of infrared countermeasure devices located beneath its underbelly. For an added layer of security, a tactical formation strategy is embraced, where up to 5 or 6 identical helicopters accompany the one transporting the president. This elaborate choreography is akin to the spectacle orchestrated by street magicians, shuffling cups with a concealed object underneath. The fleet of Marine One helicopters constantly shifts formations and positions, adeptly concealing the president's precise location, a strategic measure that mirrors the shuffling cups trick. Championing this operation is the Marine Helicopter Squadron 1, encompassing a formidable ensemble of over 800 Marines. Beyond orchestrating the president's secure travel, their jurisdiction extends to ferrying the vice president, dignitaries of state, Department of Defense officials, and other distinguished VIPs. Anchored at the Marine Corps Air Facility in Quantico, Virginia, the Marine One fleet also operates from a dedicated base in Washington. The ceremonial spectacle unfolds when the president necessitates transportation, as the helicopters gracefully descend upon the south lawn of the White House, invariably greeted by a resplendent U.S. Marine in full regalia. However, for extended journeys, the helicopters whisk the president away to the Joint Base Andrews Naval Air Facility, where the iconic Air Force One awaits. For intercontinental sojourns, the Boeing 747-200B, a renowned choice for the president's air travel, is summoned. Notably, this aircraft typically commands a price of approximately $260 million. However, with the infusion of elevated security apparatus, the cost is poised to ascend significantly. A noteworthy addition to his fleet is the Cadillac One, affectionately referred to as the Beast. This vehicle stands as a veritable fortress, brimming with a comprehensive assortment of life-saving offensive and defensive attributes. While ensconced within this automobile, the president effectively severs all ties with the outside world. Nevertheless, an array of communication apparatus remains within arm's reach, encompassing the capacity to transmit the pivotal codes required for the activation of nuclear weaponry, an arsenal that seemingly remains pertinent more often than not. Among the impressive conveyances at his disposal, the imposing figure of Ground Force One emerges, a mammoth black armored bus meticulously conceived by the Secret Service. This vehicular marvel comes at a cost of $1.1 million, justifiably so considering its intricate security apparatus. Fortified with impregnable glass and fortified communication infrastructure, it also accommodates all indispensable office equipment, effectively transforming into a mobile command center. The presidential fleet, encompassing an eclectic array, once boasted the USS Sequoia, a majestic yacht measuring 104 feet in length. Alas, its presence ceased to grace the waters following the Carter administration, yet it remains an indelible part of history. Meanwhile, both the Air Force One jets and the complete Marine One helicopter fleet are undergoing progressive upgrades. Impressively, a staggering $4.9 billion has been allocated by the US government to facilitate the comprehensive replacement initiative. Fast approaching the present year, the imminent introduction of Sikorsky VH-92As to the Marine One helicopter lineup stands as a testament to this era of renewal. The formidable Marine One fleet, compromising 23 helicopters, is poised to embrace these innovative models. Despite the inevitable manufacturing expenses, the impending Marine One boasts a lofty price tag that resonates with its multifarious features. As the veil of secrecy shrouds the specifics of its attributes and interiors, a dedicated contingent of pilots hailing from the squadron undertakes rigorous testing on behalf of the government. Their meticulous evaluations are aimed at certifying the aircraft's impeccable condition and performance standards. For those who call the Washington metropolitan area home, serendipity might grant a rare glimpse into these meticulously orchestrated test runs. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to get fluent, stay fluent. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more luxury lifestyle content.